Hello guys, hello everybody. My name is Hasan Zeki Alp. Some of you knows me. I'm a retired engineer. In my retirement days, retirement time, I've been presenting your modern programming languages in video form in YouTube, in my channel. And nowadays I've been presenting your, I've been preparing your Node.js lessons. However, at this phase, I have to make a confession. This is a true confession, in fact. It's a interesting story for my Node.js lessons to be presented in a YouTube channel. In fact, so far I have presented one or two lessons. However, I could not manage to go on with next lessons. Why? What's the reason? The reason is that whenever I started to run my GS files, GS extension files that includes, that contains Node codes, all the time, every time I have encountered some difficulties by using ports and etc. etc. And whenever I started to make a record that I explain the syntax of Node.js, I always ran into these difficulties, and at last, fortunately, I have overcome most of the difficulties, and I have learned much more hints about the utility, and I'm ready to start up my courses, my lessons once again. And at this phase, I wanted to share the things that I've encountered, the difficulties with you. The reason for preparing such a video is just like that. Just I said, I have prepared lessons. However, during presentation phase, always I have encountered the difficulties, and I query about them, and I found out some facts, in fact, and by considering all this, I can start up fresh new Node.js courses for the time being, as long as things goes well. And I would like to share you these things one by one, and I'd like to show you the environment that I've been using for preparing Node.js files. Okay. At first, I have prepared some project by means of ECLIPSE IDE, and I've already presented some of these lessons. However, when I started to make it run once again, okay, for example, let me show this one. Every time I have to renew the port that I've been used for presenting this lesson, and I wondered how to overcome this one, because each time when I search the mentioned port by means of localhost, I always have encountered some errors, some funny messages, error messages, and I made up my mind, and I try to find out this problem, and just I use this utility, and just I queried about the ports that being used so far during my lesson presentation, and just look here, and whenever any port is stuck or used out, or used and becomes busy, just I made it manually released, okay, by means of this command. And after that some of the problems seemed vanished. And one more thing, for example, for presenting file manipulations, for example, file addition, or file creation, or file modification, just I did my best to do correctly. However, all the time I have encountered some errors. Just I queried, and I found out that without using this utility, just look here, without using this utility, the files that you've been created go somewhere that you cannot find out easily where it is. And by means of this utility, yes, and I can easily reach the file, the mentioned file, for example, my new file, okay, this one, for example, and that one also, and this kind of things that I've been encountered and found out response relevant solutions for them, and it's a good news for you that from now on I will leave some space, port range in order to use during my presentation for you guys. Just I wanted to share these things with you, and maybe for someone, some of you, that means something, and you will not repeat the errors, the wrongdoings, just like me. That was all. That's the end of that's the end of this lesson. Thanks for your watching me, and thanks for your sharing time with me. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel, and please follow my next Node.js lessons. There will be a fresh new lesson, fresh new course somehow, and do not forget to subscribe. That's all. Bye now.